Okay, if there's one story that we've covered recently that has caught your attention, it is the millions of unspent dollars sitting in the Portland Housing Bureau. The city says the money was recently discovered after it hadn't been properly tracked or budgeted. And as you can imagine, many of you had strong reactions, like Mike, who emailed us saying, "You've got to be kidding me. Over $100 million unaccounted for. I am appalled by this recent discovery of funds that could have been used for so much good." And Susan wrote, "Absolutely unacceptable that the city has such either incompetent staff or fragmented system of accounting that results in a growing number of discovered unspent funds. This is taxpayer money." But beyond the frustration, and there's plenty of it, there are real people waiting for help, people trying to stay housed, people trying to move out of shelters. Today, I spoke with two men, each stuck in a different side of Portland's housing crisis. There's a hidden side to homelessness. For Jeff, it looks like this.
We've been here for about 3 weeks.
And he's running out of time.
I got about enough to pay for one more week, and that's it, and then we're out on the streets.
After losing government rent assistance, he and his son were evicted from their apartment. Jeff can't walk on his own, and his son is diabetic, requiring life-saving medication.
The cold weather will destroy it. It'll be worthless. It'll take one night, and then it'll kill him.
Finding housing hasn't been easy.
The best Multnomah County will give us is a single-man tent and a sleeping bag. Tell us to go sleep on the street.
In Portland's Central East Side,
Oh, man.
Caleb also waits for a path forward.
There's realistically no reason why I should still be here at the homeless shelter 8 months in.
After a series of setbacks, Caleb ended up on the streets. After almost a year in this shelter, and despite working and going to school, permanent housing is still out of reach.
Because every time I go back there and talk to the case manager, I just feel like that they're not really doing their job. I just feel like that I'm not really getting helped.
This comes as the city of Portland recently discovered more than $100 million sitting unspent in the Housing Bureau.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
The money unreported and accruing for years. City Council still deciding how to spend it. If you ask Jeff,
There's nothing that we can do. There's nowhere we can turn.
there's one place the money should go.
To be able to place those people that are most in jeopardy of losing their lives to be housed.
That would change my life extremely.
Okay, so I reached out to the mayor's office about Jeff and Caleb to see if any of this money could go toward helping them. A spokesperson responded, saying that their stories underscore the urgency and complexity of making sure every Portlander has a safe, stable place to sleep. And we know there are many more people just like them. Check out this voicemail we got from Sandra just a couple of hours ago.
What are you going to do with all this money that you have found for the homeless and people like me that need it and need it right now? We could get put out before you even decide to do what you're going to do with it. This is a necessity for our lives, and we need it now. Somebody help.
Okay, so since the news broke of the millions found in the Housing Bureau, the city is hiring an outside group to investigate how all the bureaus manage their money. But a question I heard a lot today was when people in need could start to see the impacts of this money. A city spokesperson tells me this money has not yet been budgeted and can't simply just fly out the door. But it was always meant to be used in the future, in line with the city's housing priorities. And there are rules that come with some of the money, meaning it can only be used for certain things. But we are told around $20 million could be used to help people pay rent. City Council is currently considering two pieces of legislation that would do that. But those plans must be formally approved through the city's budget process, which takes months. And that's time that people like Jeff, Caleb, and Sandra just don't have. Okay, now we want to hear from you. What stood out to you in that last story? What do you think this money should be used for? Let us know. Email the story at kgw.com or call and leave us a voicemail, 503-226-5090.